Fala aí pessoal, tudo bem com vocês? Você quer falar fotos? Deus abençoe. Tô pensando aqui no começo do vídeo pra vocês se inscreverem se gostar, deixar o like, compartilhar e bora lá continuar. Tem coisinhas aqui, velho. Pode aparecer a missão, meu. Um monte de missão pra fazer, lugares pra visitar. Que houve lá no leste com os portadores do guardião já era de se esperar. Sou orgulhoso por isso ter finalmente acontecido aqui em Rosário. O antigo grão do caso pode não mais existir, mas os sonhos do arquiduque Elwin ainda estão presentes e ardem no coração de muitos. Com essas vitórias achamos será difundido, é apenas o começo, Caio. Mas que belo começo. Pouso de Marta é um chocobo. Tem como mudar a aparência dos personagens, né? Teve uma atualização. É icônico. Só tem duas aparências. Excalibur. Coração valente. Conheço essa espada aí. Da... Sei lá, hein? Achei meio estranho. Tem um símbolo na capinha. Esse aqui, velho. Esse aqui tá muito mais da hora. Esse aqui, né, porra? Sei lá, velho. Eu gostei mais desse. As manoplas tá da hora, mas acho que esse aqui combina mais com o Clivão. Esse aqui também combina mais com o Josh, com esse aqui. Nosso cara amigo Lupino. Deixa ele assim, azulzinho. Missões para fazer.
So Dravosh is still standing. For now at least.
Ah, né, eu tenho como comprar mais poção agora.
I have some things for sale.
Eu não vendo poção, é foda. Nossa, 40 mil? Que bagulho, tio.
Farewell, traveler.
Não usa orquestra bem velho.
Clive! You're here! In the Akashic. Mostly off to the north still. I spoke to Doris' scouts and it turns out things are worse than I thought. Swarms of them out there. Old Snotty to be ready to seal the north gate. That should buy us some time if we need it. Enough for the villagers to barricade themselves inside their homes at least. Well done.
Welcome back. Sin. I'd never have guessed, you know. None of August hadn't let slip. Who'd have thought that the savior of Clivão would turn out to be the realm's most infamous outlaw? Keen to help us out again?
I am.
Thought you could sneak off without me, did you?
Look through.
Oh, what are you doing here?
One of the scouts couldn't keep his voice down. Unlike my best mate who didn't think I deserved to know. Zoldan, how long's it been? Long enough for us two to turn into a pair of old codgers, I see.
That your idea of an apology? Prick.
Don't listen to him. You only did what you thought was best. For the village and that.
I did, yeah. But that ain't the whole of it. Vulcan, our master, didn't leave the chiefdom to the two of us. He left it to me. The best blacksmith in Dravost, barring himself, of course. Bloody stupid tradition, in my opinion. If someone's got talent, you should let them practice their craft, not ask them to settle petty feuds and barter for grain. Our master wasted half his life that way. I wasn't about to let that happen to me.
So you wasted half of mine instead.
You're what Dravost needed. Under me and my precious ideals, this place wouldn't have lasted a year. So I left to devote myself to the work and spare you lot the consequences. I may be a selfish prick, but
What you had to do was your duty!
even if it meant we all starved.
Enough. This is no time for bickering. You can finish beating each other up once Dravost is safe.
Fine. I've said my piece.
Yeah, so have I.
Sorry, Clive. I shouldn't have stuck short enough on time as it still... Give us a mo, would you? I need to get my... You,
We can't afford to waste any more time.
Right you are. Might be worth having one last word with this. Don't want any nasty surprises, do we? Oh, and... Blackthorn.
Akashic on the move.
How close are they?
Within sight of the wall. And there are more coming up from the mines.
É isso a distância.
Nasty surprises.
And watch right over us if we stay out in the open.
Good idea. Get yourselves inside, but keep...
Understood.
I'm prepared to fight if I have to.
Let's hope you don't. That's our job. Once the scouts are inside, order your men to barricade the gates. No heroic last stands, you hear me? No fighting at all if you can help it.
August's right. I've seen what a Akashic beast can do to armor. The people here are tough and willing, but they ain't equipped to face what's coming.
I'm going out there. Start work on the gate as soon as I've left. I'll give you as much time as I can.
And if they kill you?
We'll evacuate. It won't come to that. I promise.
You better be right.
Take good care of Dravost till I get back.
Leave it to me.
Conversa, bora passar o porra. Pô, mandou logo um boi, tio.
Alright. Which one of you is first?
Cadê meu amiguinho azul? Mas tá bravo. Um grifo, tio. Os caras querem me matar mesmo. Já morreu?
Is that it?
Qual é o...
Maybe not.
Acho que porra é essa? Uma mandrágora. Ah não, aqui velho, errei feio, errei rude. Cara, o bicho é bombado, tio, é muita bomba. É nem a casca esse aqui tá. O que é que tá atacando? Ai, ai. Seguro grosso, vai. Defendi, cuzão. Segura. Tudo errado, tudo errado, tudo errado. Segurei pra mim. Você tem um limite, tiozão. Morreu.
question is, did I miss any?
Man alive! You're still in one piece?
I slew as many as I could.
As many as I could, he says. The old bleeding lot, more like it. Well, almost.
Only almost.
Yeah, one or two did try to sneak over the wall. But we got the bastards, don't you worry.
Good. Though you do know, more will come in time.
In time, yeah. But we can think about them later. Let's get you back inside.
Sid! You're even more fearsome than your reputation. Enough to give those Akashic monsters nightmares. I almost felt sorry for the wretched things. But mostly, I felt...
I'm afraid I've only delayed the inevitable. There's no getting rid of that ether flood. Meaning that any living thing which stumbles into those mines will end up clawing at your walls again.
And that's if the flood don't spread. If it does, well, I hate to say it, but the village's days are numbered.
That may be, but we're staying just the same. With ether floods springing up all over, it's no less safe than anywhere, and more importantly, it's our home. We'll fortify the gates to the north, and I'll see that they're guarded day and night.
All right. Then we'll give you a hand shoring up those defenses.
As for you, Blackthorn, that's twice you've turned up when Dravos needed you. So, thanks.
I shouldn't have stayed away so long. And I shouldn't have left without talking it over with you first.
Too bloody right you shouldn't. Though I doubt I'd have listened. I always envied you. How you made everything look so easy when, for me, it was anything but. You leaving gave me the perfect excuse to hate you. And from that day on, I never once stopped to wonder what it would have been like if you'd stayed. But what you said earlier, you'd have been the death of this place.
Finally, something we can agree on. I hope you see the sense of it eventually. You kept this place alive.
Alive, perhaps. Wealthy even, but... Dravos isn't what it once was. Our work used to be the pride of Dalmekia. Now, we churn out the same rubbish day after day, because it's easy and turns a profit. It's not about the craft anymore. I wouldn't send my sons to war wearing the shit most of our smiths are making. I've kept working, honing my skills, trying to lead by example, but no one sees the point. The average castle apprentice has as much passion for the craft as our current lot. Come back to us, Blackthorn. Remind Dravos what a true master blacksmith looks like. I'll even man those bellows of yours if it means we can work at the same forge again.
That's a kind offer. Kinder than I deserve. And I wish I could accept, but I'm needed elsewhere. There's people who trust their lives to my steel, and I daren't let them down.
Fair enough.
But that doesn't mean I couldn't visit from time to time. Let's see if we can't rekindle this town's passion for the craft, shall we?
I'd like that.
Just be sure to tell Snotty to let me in the next time I come calling, yeah?
Knowing him, he'd let you in anyway. Blackthorn. The master smith turned outlaw, back in my good graces. I never thought I'd see the day.
I'd say that went pretty well, wouldn't you?
Even better than I'd hoped.
Sid, I've got something for you.
And this is?
A token of our lasting, but I'm of a mind to make you a far grander gift. Designs for a certain sword have been passed down from chief to chief for generations.
Now hold on, Zoltan. There's a reason no one's made that blade in centuries. There's not been a craftsman equal to the task. I'll admit your cinders make impressive steel, and I've learned to own an edge Odin will be proud of. But the engravings on that thing are enough to make a jeweler cry. And they're not just for show, either.
Have you forgotten what brought you back to Dravozd in the first place? A certain ring? I knew I'd never surpass you with the hammer and tongs. So I turned my hand to a different kind of metalwork. Between the two of us, I'd say we're the equal of any master craftsman ever to have graced a forge.
You know what? I think you might be right. Clive, you wouldn't mind if Zoltan came back to the hideaway, would you?
He's more than welcome, as long as he can keep our secret.
Right. Zoltan, get your tools. We've got a legend to forge.
Come back.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of peppy or
Stew's
nuts and all.
awfully thin these days.
The man himself.
We were just about to make a start on that sword I promised you.
It's funny, but none of this would have been possible without your help. You remember Camille? We'll be using his leatherwork for the grip. The steel, meanwhile, will be tempered in a fire, burning the cinders you charmed out of old Zoltan here. And that whetstone from the Outer Isles? That'll be what gives the blade its edge. And the final flourish will be my talented colleagues' engraving.
A team effort led by the greatest blacksmith alive.
Now, save that talk till the thing's finished, yeah? Right. I'm ready if you are.
To the bellows it is then.
Well, bugger me. We actually did it.
Whoa.
The sword to end all swords. Ragnarok.
It's quite something.
I trust you'll take good care of it.
Thank you. Both of you.
So, does this make you pair the greatest craftsmen alive then?
This? Nah. This was just following the footsteps of the greats of old. It'll take more than that to earn us our place in history. But we're up for the challenge. Here.
A list of materials.
Zoltan and I got talking on the long road back from Dravozd.
We reckon with those items there, we could craft something even better than the Ragnarok. Something worthy of a legendary outlaw like yourself.
That's a weapon I'd like to see. You leave this list with me.
I was hoping you'd say that.
One legend at a time, eh, lads? Before you start on the next, who fancies raising a cup to friendship reforged?
Good idea. No more drinking to forget my past. It's about time I had something to celebrate.
Then tap the kegs! Vulcan's boys are on their way!
Ragnarok. Vou trazer Ragnarok até o dia. Gotham Marerungo. Só porque eu consigo uma espada maneira. Fala, tia.
Still alive, are you? One purse weighing you down. Do not find a better price than that. It's rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here. It's rubbing me blind, you know. Is that all? Clive. If you're gonna buy some, be quick about it.
Nossa senhora.
Not out else? Be thankful you got that much. I reckon I can find a buyer. Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Trouble with your gear, or... I never thought me and Zoltar would ever speak again. And if it hadn't been for you, we wouldn't. Good job. And...
Obrigado mais uma vez por me ajudar a dar um jeito na masmorra. Tivesse chegado aparentemente no céu antes de que o pobre Owain e o pessoal ainda estariam esperando para ser jogado na praga. Mas é sempre que melhorar. Então, não vá perder a cabeça se eu bater a sua porta pedindo mais esferas cinzas estão.
I feel good, boy.
Everything's back the way it was.
Take that, you naughty thief!
Clive! To what do I owe the pleasure? I just wanted to see how the town's been faring since you brought everyone together. Since we brought everyone together, all is absolutely wonderful. Conrad and Natalie's hands remain safely away from each other's throats, and firmly at the helm. Our stores are full, and the bandits still too disorganized to raid them. Just as the good Lady Jane and Lord Underhill intended.
Are you a lord? Lubor's going to be one too. They're going to make him the Lord of Dalamil, because of how he stopped all the grown-ups from fighting.
It's the mayor of Dalamil, dear child, and the vote hasn't taken place just yet. But if the people wish me to lead them, I shall. And my first act will be to build a school so that menaces like you two learn not to interrupt your elders. Speaking of menaces, there may be a rather worrying one just over the horizon.
May there indeed.
I'm afraid the example Conrad and Natalie set in putting aside their differences and presenting a united front might have caught the bandits' attention. And they might have elected to take a similar approach. They have formed what one could call a League of Outlaws, and they grow more organized by the day.
But we'll fight them all off just like last time, no matter how many of them there are. Won't we, Lubor?
Of course we will. If we continue to work together, we can overcome any challenge we choose to face. The longer we avoid facing this one, the more difficult it will be. Until the only way to overcome it might be to run for the hills. Our best hope is to nip these efforts at organization in the bud, by finding those ne'er-do-wells who have yet to join the cause, and ensuring that they never do. Perhaps a certain Lord Underhill might be willing to lend us his aid once more?
How could I refuse?
Thank you, my lord. Victor will fill you in on the particulars. I have him stationed by the desert gate, receiving and collating reports from my scouts. Such an amenable soul. He reminds me of you.
I'll go and speak with him.
What's the difference between a lord and a man? That's
Não é coisa pra fazer isso.
A League of Outlaws. Sounds like we have some competition.
If there's one thing we've learned,
And the fine for it to We need someone who can bring them both.
Porra, velho, fui enganado. No outro portal.
Still in Dalamil, Victor?
Ah, Sid.
I thought you'd have returned to Cosnus by now.
I did. Then I came back. I've developed something of a fondness for the place. And having worked so hard to see it saved from one fate, it would seem remiss to abandon it to another. Sentiment Master Lubor certainly isn't shy about exploiting.
You're not the only one.
What does he want you to do?
He asked for my aid in putting down the bandits. And he said that you might be able to help me find them.
And you've come at just the right time. I was on my way to speak with Conrad about how to organize our forces. There are more camps in the vicinity than we can safely strike at once. But we must strike together, and we must strike soon at as many camps as we can. We can't give this league of theirs time to rally its forces.
All right.
These men are...
Leave it with me.